Well, the stream it's finally allowing me to get back on. What's inside this castle?
It's Canehurst.
I think it's someone that looks like me.
Aww.
That's a bad looking picture. The shot on the stream right now, it just looks like Kat and Cyan are having a really awkward kiss.
Ooh. A little bit of lolly action.
And then she's like, whoa, what just happened? This world is a dream, Cyana's dream. You and everything in it are just crystallized figments of her imagination. Knock that off. Did you just hypnotize me? What'd you put in my water? What's her? I didn't drink anything. What'd you put in my water? No, but like she didn't even drink anything. What'd you put in my water?
You're lying to me.
While Cyana sleeps, I shall protect the dreamer in the world she spins to life. You're talking like Cyana is someone else. Who are you supposed to be? Another creator? I'm a dream guardian. I keep Cyanna anchored in the realm between dreams and reality.
But what are dreams?
You have learned to see with your mind's eye. You can find the entrance to the Ark, and together with Raven, you can save the children. Open your mind and
You
see.
finally have the insight. You've reached enough insight.
What you see has always been there, only now your mind is open to see it. I can now collect more money.
It was in front of me all along. My destiny. Money.
The money was in front of you the whole time, you just couldn't open your mind to it. Check that pic out. Check that picture out. Tell me that doesn't look like an awkward kiss.
It makes, like, in that picture, Cat looks like such a freaking slut. Just that face. That's just dead through my eyes. She pulls away from the shock child who just received her first kiss.
Like, yeah, like without context to it, that looks pretty bad.
And it doesn't help that they're sitting in this weird, just alone, in this weird kind of... So
Crouch position.
With messy hair on both sides.
I just want you to know that, for the record, and this is for the record, you did just call Cat a slut, and it's on stream.
Yep.
Your point.
Zero gravity hobo.
Just send Liam a picture. Look at this slut.
He will personally hunt me down.
You know, I'm actually wondering if Liam responds to Twitter people.
Sometimes.
Because from what I've seen, all he really does is make announcements, and then that's it. He doesn't really talk to people. Unless they're, you know, friends.
But nah, see, Kat goes through this weird kind of transition of she's not really she's fine on her own, but then she gets the entertainment district and finds what's his face, like Foxelvine, and then he's like, nah, I need a boyfriend, and then she just kind of forgets about it.
Well, it's not like she's falling for multiple men at the same time. It's more like I'm too old for love.
I'm 36, stuck in an 18-year-old body. Ah.
See, if you think about it, she's been in the same world for over thousands of years. She's probably just lived at the top, where eons have been.
Raven's just like, I look like a 21-year-old angst queen, but I'll have you know I'm actually a 53-year-old angst queen.
Just do the chimney speak thing of productive, very successful lotion, and how would you know? I'm 56.
You see, Hamon breathing being able to extend your life on looks was actually just a huge lie. You see what's really going on?
Just really
you
though.
Yeah. Look, Suzy Q and Joseph got to work. So did Joseph and whoever Just K's mum is. But nah, I can't aim this lot, I was just doing it for the joke. Please don't kill me, Liam.
Sayana, how did you get all the way over here anyway?
Magic.
She's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I just wake up in weird places sometimes.
That, taken out of context, sounds...
Yo, she has roofies as like a normal chemical in her body.
Jeez. That
Never
sounds like a
mind.
horrible superpower. I'll just roofie myself.
We should get back to the others. And she's like, I'd appreciate that. You must be a strong girl to lift me so easy. Girl, you don't even know the half of it.
I have the power of gravity.
Can you go get the others? Well, I'll wait for you by the Ark. Sure, I'll bring them too. To you. You know I had a dream about the Ark. It was flying.
Makes my dream cat.
And then Cat responds within a very stupid manner. I'm gonna try to make your dream come true. And it's like, you know, you've never even went to the Ark with your newfound abilities to even know that's possible. I got so much money now and I can't actually spend it on upgrades because it's taking a while to upgrade. What was that? We got this shot of Raven trying to find a door to the Ark, and it's not necessarily a butt shot, but it's pretty damn close to one, and the camera just slowly zooms in.
The cameraman didn't realize it at first.
Raven, we need to get everyone on the Ark. How are we supposed to do that? I've checked top to bottom. I can't find the power source, not even a door. Don't worry, I can't see. Don't worry, I can see it. I love that though, where it's like, I can't find a door. Don't worry, I can see it. What? The door's been there the whole time. I just had to let myself see it. Come on. It's time to take everyone home. Will the Ark really take us home? The children believe in you. You better not be giving them false hope.
It's fine. And they'll be like, hey, Gravity Queen, where'd you get all those kids? Ah, don't worry
And then I
about
sent
it.
you another picture.
No,
Trust me, we're taking you all home, right, Raven? Right. Children of the past. Oh, it's the boss from earlier.
Dude, what are you doing in shorts out in the snowstorm? Why are you doing that, fam?
I think I can take Nushi down. I can see its weak spots now. So we couldn't kill it before, but now that we have our mind's eye, we can finally kill it. Psycho Crusher. Well... Go for the finisher. Psycho Crusher. Oh, and it's a super Psycho Crusher now.
Yeah. You can now understand the art of the Psycho Crusher. You just need to open your eyes.
I can now spin across the perception of time.
The true power of your stand.
And Dusty just grew into a panther.
Yeah?
You know, I wish that's gonna... I imagine
something?
that's gonna be a thing when Gravity Rush 2 comes out, where Raven just gets, like, adult crow thing. And it, like, absorbs her just like the Panther one does.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, when's Panther form?
The children are so excited. They must be looking forward to see their parents again. They're not going to see their parents.
How old would the parents be at this point? Because you have to think, if Raven fell down there, and at this point in time she's, I don't know, let's say 20.
Well, that's the thing. Raven was down there too when the kids first got down there, and then Raven fell even deeper below the pit and came out older than everybody else, despite being the same amount of time as everybody else. when she must have fell, she must have fell right back into the plane, which is the normal one, grew up there, and then for the kids must have been for like 1 or 2 months, when for her it was years enough for her to grow up. Satya, well, she's me. But how? She was just a little girl. I guess I was running in circles for nothing. I realized that from watching you. You and I aren't really that different, you know? We both just want to protect the ones we cared about.
So are you sorry for trying to kill me?
Well, the reason I was trying to kill you is because the general guy said he would, if I made sure the city was still cut apart and fragmented. That sounds just naive.
Yeah.
When we get back to Hexville, first thing I'm going to do is find out why he didn't want those pieces coming back. Looks like Cat fell out of the time-space continuum.
Into the void.
I was exhausted from fighting Nushi. I lost Raven, I lost the children, and then I lost consciousness. Also, something to look forward to in that combo video that I made for Shinnok that I just released, Westy, is I did make an intro and an outro.
Oh, yeah.
I do suggest looking at it despite being only like 3 seconds.
Ish.
You know, like, don't care about the combo, just skip.
Ish.
You know what's something I found underwhelming about one of the DLC missions? Is the one with the biggest fan.
Oh.
I thought it was actually going to be Alias coming back, but nope. It was just the biggest fan.
It's just a really creepy fan.
Who, by the way, got a boner when you came up to him, or he came up to you, and you were wearing the cat outfit with cleavage just being open.
Just hanging all about.
He's like, I thought it was...
Like, the thing as well is how it points out, like, yo, he knows where you live and he's been watching you.
I know exactly where you started.
Like, how long have you been following her? To be honest, I really wanted to just drop him. Like, yeah, it was Elias. Alias, whatever.
By the way, can I also point out that that kid is fucked financially forever?
Yep.
What are you doing down here all alone? Like you came along, I was looking for something actually. I followed a pillar one step lead to another, and I finally found what I was looking for, but then Nebby surprised me and I fell. Please, you gotta take me up to that big flower-shaped rock. Is this the letter he was talking about? I swear somebody asked me about a letter earlier.
Yeah,
that's the
thing. It's like, oh yeah, that plot point that ultimately goes nowhere.
Well, that plot point is supposed to just tell you the passage of time between the pillar being up top, middle, and lower. Where higher, the longer you spend up there, the less time is wasted on the middle. Meanwhile, if you spend more time lower, then more time spends on the middle than you did on the lower. That's right, I came down here in the first place because the girl wanted me to find a letter. Why don't you come back to Hexville with me and give it to her yourself? I'm sorry, but I can't. Now that I know the letter is in good hands, it's time for me to move on from this world. Please know that I always love her. You make it sound like you're gonna die or something. I already have. Thank you, goodbye. And he's actually a ghost.
Amazing.
I think the best part is you get it back to her and she's like, I don't care anymore. She says, I've gotten over it.
Yeah.
Ghosts, man. Ghosts. We come back, and it turns out the entire city has been militarized.
Yay!
Turns out the general is a complete evil asshole and has actually assumed dictatorship.
Because there's no one else to clean up the city.
Unica tears off the coat. She actually looks pretty good in HD.
Yeah.
Yo, Cammy's pretty cool. Yo, she just killed.
Cammy.
She just killed that thing with the cannon spike. I'm not kidding though. She used the spike on her arm. Looked like a cannon. And it became a spike.
If you want Cammy, then get like Cap's military outfit.
Yeah, when does that mission come up?
I think I think it's once you come back. Maybe a couple missions in.
It's been
like
a year since
ones.
we last met. 1 year? Since your absence, we've assembled the Jellyfish Special Forces unit augmented by the latest in cutting-edge autonomous weaponry, Sea Wasp. What do you think? She's a beaut, ain't she? You're Sea Wasp, huh? You were amazing out there. You took the Navy down like it was nothing. And she's like, this is twice now. Twice that you've screwed up and brought Nevi to Hexville. You're a troublemaker and we don't need your kind around here. Racist.
Like, well, look at this bitch.
Crop fucking cat's face. Look at that face.
I'll work on it.
Look at it.
I'll workshop that. Oh, it's loading up.
Nah.
It's like angry but surprised at the same time.
You can even change Unica's dialogue since it's a white box, and you can put whatever you want. I saw you trying to kiss a miner back down there. It's just silent. If I may, the Nevi threat has grown in a year since you've been gone. This is your last chance to take us up on our offer. Join us and we could fight the Nevi together. I'm assuming this is the actual chance I can work with them.
You get another one later. Which
I need to go home and take
starts.
a long hot shower, the first in a year apparently, and then maybe I'll think about it. Okay.
Yeah, you smell
It's only been 3 days down there, and it's been a whole year. Cat, it's you. Where have you been?
Crap.
Sid, what's with the uniform? Oh, Mayor Danicia in power. The police got absorbed into the military. We're all working together now and doing our best to fight the Nevi. But never mind that. Where have you been all this time? Rumor has it you and Raven fought a gruesome battle to the death. See, how would that rumor come up when we fought in the center of the pillar?
I don't know. Raven got up there before you. It was like, yo.
Did she like WWE it where she has the megaphone? It's like, I heard Cat is going down the pillar right now. I'm gonna go in there.
Yeah, she walks in the center of town at the
with a
waterfall.
megaphone. With a megaphone.
Yeah. Starts laying it down how it is.
Because it's an enclosed area, we could technically call it a cage match. The people of Hexville were living in fear, and Unica or Sea Wasp was more weapon than human. In the few days I thought I'd been gone, a whole year has passed. Felt myself drowning in the changes that have taken place in my absence. You know what happened to Raven and the kids, Gade? I might be powerful, but not that powerful. Once a creation is created, only the creation itself can create its own path. By creating it. That doesn't help at all. It's not supposed to. It's just the rules. Yep, here we go. The Special Forces pack is open. Time to get my cami outfit.
Yeah.
Cannon spike.
See, the thing is, like, can't remember, like, if the military, like, radio support character appears in the main campaign, or if she's just exclusive missions.
You know, I feel like if I did this mission after everyone was Gucci about me saving the planet and whatnot, it would still be hilarious because Unica's gonna be like an entire bitch the entire mission.
Yeah.
She's like, you may have saved the world, but I don't give two shits about you.
Even though I just said I gave a shit about you.
Existential teen angst. Also, really liking when I came back to this, I completely forgot how like emotional the scientist and his wife storyline is.
Yeah. It's like, it's one of those things as well that kind of just half the people you never really realize it was there.
But the people who figured it out,
just have fun, like stumbling upon them by accident.
See, that's the thing. I've run at 12 out of 16. I've just run into.
Ooh.
So the chances of me running into them, it's a decent number. At the very least, you get the gist of the problem. Like, if you run into five encounters, you at least know what the problem of the story is for them, which is shit happens.
See, I guess it's the ones that are in in the Gade missions are the ones that a lot of people are probably not going to find.
Mm-hmm. Because some of them, they just kind of require you to go back. What is this Hitler building? Yo, those are some cartoony looking assault rifles, man.
Ish. That's like I said, I can't remember if it's, and I cannot remember her name, and I'm annoyed by it. But like the radio support character, like I can't remember if she appears in the main campaign. But I really like her design, even though she only has like 2 expressions.
You get a visitor's pass. Time to go up and meet the commander.
How you know.
The rules of war.
The rules of warfare.
Yuri should be on the bridge. Why would there be porn on the bridge?
We have to keep the soldiers motivated.
Have you come around to the idea of enlisting?
We need to motivate the troops. Cat, quick, make out what you see.
It's been a year, so I kind of want to know what happened while I was gone. Alright, Lowell, then let me fill you in. Guy came into power about a year ago. Well, I knew that part. We received the go-ahead to form the Jellyfish Special Forces Unit. Yeah, Jellyfish. To better respond to growing Nevi threat. Yo, what is that smirk? Unica is just smirking thanks to us. The Nevi aren't a problem anymore.
She's so into herself.
What a bitch. Before I thought she was just naive and believed in the military, but now she's actually sucking her own dick while she's doing it.
Oh yeah. Just complete the rest of the missions, man.
What are you talking about? Why would I be a problem? And then the commander's like, yo, stand down, stop being a dick. And then she's like, fine. And she stops smiling. Come with me for your new uniform.
It's time to become Cammy.
Should have been green instead of pink.
Should've.
Yeah, I know that's the one I refer to in PlayStation All-Stars.
Like, the thing is you say, oh, it's but it even has that one little hair.
This thing fits like a glove. How do I look? And then she just like sits there and she's like, I expect you to obey my orders. Like, doesn't even answer my question.
But am I looking good though? Look, if I want to be stylish when I'm saving us all.
Yo, who's Permit? Yo, why does Permit look like a closet waifu? You've played this mission, you know the girl with the glasses who's part of communications?
Yeah, she's the radio team. That's the one I said that I like the design of, even though she only has like 2 facial expressions.
What is she doing here? She looks like a closet waifu. What is she doing here?
Hey. Surprise Spec Ops waifu.
Alright, now let's go over the rules. The following trial is designed to test combat reflexes. A soldier must maintain composure in the face of any challenge. You can't let those things get out of control. Roger that. You know, all I have to do is complete the trial. You don't need to do anything. You can quit if you feel free to go home. I was like, wow, what a bitch. I just need to do that test. Well, it's like going to school. It's like I just need to complete the test, right? Well, no, you can skip it, get an F, and go home for all I care. I'm like, that's not, bitch. That's not what I asked.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's like on the main story alone, it's like, you're just like naive, so I won't play into it, and then you get this, and it's like, jeez.
I'm like,
Really
I feel like this
hitting
should
it
have.
hard.
I feel like this should have been in here earlier, because that way the fight would have been more, like, fun to whoop your ass. But I thought it was just you're naive, but you're a cool person, Unica. Nope. No, she was a dick day one. I mean, there were hints of her
and
being
then-
a dick, but it wasn't just. It was just kind of tsundere, not really a jerk.
She's just so convinced that what the military's doing is right. But
Hey, X.
I'd say complete those Spec Ops missions. And ooh.
I just need to complete the trial, right? You don't need to do anything. You can just go home.
There's looters in the area.
Loser.
Why does she always
Yeah,
have
you
to
can
be
go
so
home.
mean all the Yeah, no, she enlists with the military and she's like, I just need to complete this basic trial, right? Well, you can go home if you want. I don't care.
He's with the military, so
The combat readiness trial is conducted in pairs in order to bring out the best in new recruits. I will be your partner today.
oh, they didn't see me. Hold up. Hold up, let me reach out with for a second. Well, guess what? I want a job. It's called a job.
How would you feel, X, if somebody, like, so, like, you ask the teacher, hey, so I just got to complete the test, right? And then the teacher's like, well, you don't have to complete anything. You can skip it, get an F, and then go home.
There's probably teachers that do that.
I enlisted in the military, and then this lieutenant lady's like, you don't need to do anything. You can just go home if you want to. And I'm like,
Wait, you can't do that in the military. You can't leave.
well, no, but it's like a shaming thing where she's like, you know, you can just go home. I don't care.
Oh, it's like when your mom says, fine, I don't care, whatever, do whatever you want, and then you're like,
Yeah, no, but it's just like, hey, so to complete this, to become a soldier, I need to complete this trial, right? You don't need to complete anything. You can go home if you want to. And, you know, and she's just kind of being like a cynical asshole about it. Where it's like, you can just not join. You heard somebody
oh
yelling,
boy, a hostage rescue. You're a good kid, Morty. You're a good kid. Are you a simulation? Are you a simulation?
was just promoted to special forces. I can't let them down now. We follow a strict code. Once underway, the mission takes first priority. I just have to fight the pain. It sounds like you're losing that fight.
I have to fight the phantom pain.
I have to fight the pain. Looks like you're losing that fight.
There's people, for real, who are like, we want MGS5, but specifically with a 5, and they're like, no, this was MGS-V, we want MGS-5. The real Metal Gear is still out there.
Shifter, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be undergoing basic training? Commander, I'm afraid I have bad news to report about our new recruit. Shifter left. The shifter left in the middle of basic training. I recommend the candidate to immediate dishonorable discharge. What a dick!
Immediate dishonorable discharge.
What a dick! And she's like, well, I can't tell him the truth or else I'll get the soldier in trouble. Well, I guess if that's your decision, I don't have any choice but to.
This game seems like a series of doing stupid tasks with dislikable people simply because, I don't know.
Oh,
Like,
it's
sounds
like
the
what?
protagonist has no backbone.
There's
at
like what 2-3 missions where you work for somebody, and it's just to be like, well, like one of them was getting money from that rich lady from earlier on like the last stream, but that's just so you can pay off the bullcrap debt of you destroyed somebody's house, which by the
first place.
which by the way you didn't even pay back. You gave it to some girl that had her mom dying of cancer or name sickness here.
What's wrong with cancer?
I don't know. Gravity can't cure all diseases.
Good old cancer.
Keep collateral damage to a minimum. Sea Wasp, do it. Oh, by the way, you remember the name of the military was Seahorse? They've upgraded over to Jellyfish. Jellyfish Special Forces.
That... What's wrong with you? Not you, but them.
Do you want a seahorse or do you want jellyfish?
I mean, at least jellyfish have that thing of like, did you know some jellyfish don't die?
Did you know that jellyfish are practically immortal?
Maybe they do, and that their old consciousness dies and a new one spawns from its corpse. It's hard to tell because jellyfish, you know, things. They don't have anything. They less than insects.
You could compare them to sea to sea plants, where they just kind of have a set working style.
They are most assuredly not aware of themselves, and they're not actually aware of themselves as a thing. Because a good test is put something in front of a mirror and see if it's able to tell that it's looking at itself.
Also,
if you put an insect in front of a mirror, it'll probably... If you put an insect that attacks its own species in front of a mirror, it'll attack the mirror. And that lets you know, hey, it's stupid. It's an idiot.
We haven't figured out the conversion rate, but we've found that we're down below in the lower level for 3 days, and we come back up to the middle, and the middle says it's been a year. So, not
That's
dangerous. Not super dangerous.
That with the amount of time you spent down there was still like unacceptably long. You should never ever.
3 days worth.
Yeah, don't. I don't know what else to say. Don't.
Shifter, basic training's over. It's time to see how much you can handle in the real action. From now on, your code name is C-Cat.
Big boss.
Is
Cat?
is everything gonna have C as a prefix? Yo, because the lieutenant's name was Sea Wasp, now I'm C-Cat.
Is this... Have we entered autism?
What are the men's names? Sea soldiers? Please hope to God it's not seamen. Sea
I
Cat.
wanna buy ice cream. You'll get your ice cream. Oh yeah, what flavor?
Sea Cat, get yourself downtown and rescue any stranded civilians. And then she's like, Sea Cat, that's kind of a weird name.
I'm kind of that guy that says, like, yo, when I go into the dark zone, should I wear a purple jacket just because no one else is wearing a purple jacket? And I can stand out. No. Really dorky. Also, guess what? As a Uplay bonus, you can buy the quote-unquote iconic Division jacket. Now you might ask, what on earth is the iconic Division jacket? It's just the jacket that the guy in the E3 demo wears.
Because apparently that's not something that was in the game and they cut it for content. Jimquisition
made a good point about this, where they're like, Ubisoft doesn't understand what the meaning of the word iconic is. Like, they're selling, like, when Unity's not even out, they're selling Arno's iconic pocket watch. And we're like, hey, guess
no
what?
one even sees or know existed.
And, or like, you can buy Aiden Pierce's iconic hat.
It's just a hat.
You know what? For something to be iconic, it needs to find actual success and reputation. Like, if you pointed out like good examples, like Jack's tattoos from BioShock 1, the wrist chains. That's iconic, because you look at that for a second and you immediately associate it with BioShock.
Well, you can also do it with bad things as well.
To a lesser extent, I'd say it to like Booker DeWitt's AD on his hand. That's also something similar, although not quite as one.
You can. You can do it with bad games as well, where it's like you can just have poor designs from bad games and whatnot that are still iconically known. Such as you can wear a shirt with a exclamation point and it's a Bubsby reference, although only people that are aware of how bad that game is will know.
What's wrong with Bubsby?
Sea Wasp.
My name is Sea Wasp.
You know, at least it's not seahorses anymore, and we've actually upgraded over to jellyfish.
Because jellyfish sting.
Ooh.
Jellyfish are eternal.
Jellyfish sting. Why would you can get?
What?
You can get. You can get like the really tight, like slim jeans. Like if you need them.
Like tight, like de jure tight?
Jeans. Yeah, you can get skinny jeans in the Division. I'm like, don't wear skinny jeans.
Well, you can wear skinny jeans, but not in winter.
Especially not men. I mean, women, I'd advise you don't wear them either, but hey, if you want to contribute to the patriarchy, then by all means.
How else are they gonna make their ass look bigger?
Booty pop. Huh? Don't you know
like,
the infomercial item? Don't you know the infomercial item Booty Pop?
I do not.
It's just
It is literally underwear that has padding for your butt cheeks, so that way when you put on pants, your butt appears to be thicker. I'm not kidding. You can look this
I
up.
look at that and I'm like, oh, so that's what society.
Technology has peaked.
This is why God is.
It's that thing where, like, you know, like that like commodity of like strap a sausage to your thigh so it looks like you got a big dick, and it's like, now what's gonna happen when somebody actually calls you for your bluff and attempts to have sex with you, and then you pull down your pants and then there's a sausage there, or in this case in form there's Booty Pop, which is just padded underwear.
College Humor made a joke about that, where they're like,
It's like, oh, you go, like, your friend goes to
you
slap your
kind
ass
of
and you
in-
accidentally break your hand. It's like, oh god, what's going on?
College Humor made a video where it's like, try our hat. You won't have a phone, but it will be. You can walk around with pride, saying, convincing people that that's how it looks normally, when it's not. Not quite engaged, but a little engaged.
You're almost committed. But no, I did not know Booty Pops exist.
I mean, there's other stupid objects, but off the topic of what we were talking about, that was one of them.
Oh, look, a monkey in the background. See, the only thing hearing like Booty Pops makes me think of is there was a show called Symbiotic Titan, and like one of the kind of side characters is cheerleader, and she's trying to get the.
I already know what you're talking about. I already know.
That's all my mind went to, and I'm just like, well.
There are gifs of that already. Don't think like I don't know.
Well, I don't know if you guys watch what TV shows you guys watch or not.
I've watched a few episodes of Symbiotic Titan and I thought it was interesting, but not enough to watch more of.
I watched it because I'm young, which is actually a lie, but I'm gonna keep using it. I mean,
Are you kidding me? Thank you,
also watched
Soldier
Motor City.
Lady. I'm so glad you're here for us, especially after that Gravity Girl went away. Do you know how I saved you? Do you know how I saved you? I'm telling you right
No.
now, it wasn't me using a ship, it was me using gravity powers.
We don't take kindly to your kind around here, boy. Just skedaddle on it.
I'm sorry I used to think you were scary, but I don't think that anymore. Thank you for saving me.
now please don't kill me.
I would appreciate it greatly if you would cease reproduction.
They're breaking through the perimeter. You need to do something.
Why don't you guys do something?
They say their soldiers can't handle it.
I love how
I have
confident
so much
the military is. Actually, we'll run out people. We need support.
I used to have silencers in the guns. Not anymore. Not anymore. Just roll back. Perfectly fine. Not anymore. Nothing new there.
Fine with you in a giant lifetime.
Wednesday, man, Wednesday. Although, I know, I'm letting you know that I'm going to be on there Wednesday. And that's probably all I'm going to be playing with, because I'm hoping to finish this before Wednesday.
How do we do fail with it? So.
Yo, stop hiding in cover. Just get out and face me. Face me. I'm literally carrying a thing around, so all I can use is a pistol. Not sure why they chose to get infinite pistol ammo, but I think it's just so that, like, even if you completely run out of all your ammo, you can still be, like, semi-confident in the fight, I guess.
Well, and, like, something with the shield where it's like, well, what are you going to do if you run out of bullets for your pistol when using the shield? You're just going to... In the beta, my pistol was doing, like, just about as much damage as my sniper rifle. Well, not my sniper rifle, but my carbine was anyway. You did well on your first mission. I can see we've gained ourselves a valuable ally. Gratitude is a rare reward for a soldier. Treasure it.
I just saved a bunch of people. Yeah, you did it. Now don't get used to it.
There are many civilians who don't support us or the new government, but at the end of the day, we have to fight for what we believe in. Seacat, we are about to undertake an important mission. I hope you can join us in seeing it through. Yeah, what are you gonna do, Unica? You just smug? You so upset? Sea-Wasp seems kind of upset. She's been meaning to ask, but Sea-Wasp and Seacap are code names, right? What's your real name? I'm just curious. I am a soldier and only a soldier. Sea-Wasp is the only name I need. Pequod.
This is Pequod. As much as I appreciate the Moby Dick symbolism, I do kind of, in a small way, I kind of wish it was still called Morpho. I think I wouldn't have this problem if they didn't show off up until 2015. Then was that they showed off a Phantom Pain. It was just Morpho, and he was using the exact same dialogue as in Ground Zero. Ground Zero first. So everyone's like, "Hey, it's Morpho. Morpho is back on the team." And then same the voice actor. So people just interpret that as like, "Is Morpho dead?"
What is that? And that is so anime. What's your name? I'm a soldier. I don't need a name. My code name is Sea Wasp. And then the commander's like,
Snake.
no, it's like the commander's like, her name's Unica. Commander, with all due respect.
She's getting all hot and bothered.
It's like as if somebody was asking Snake, "Hey, what's your real name?" And he's like, "The only name I need is Snake." And then Campbell comes in and he's like, his name's David." And he's like, "Campbell."
I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to be a cool guy in front of the new, soldiers.
See, Cat, that goes for you too. I expect you and Sea Wasp to set an example for the troops. Sea Wasp's name is Unica. That actually sounds kind of cute.
Okay, have you watched the recent best friends play NBA 2K16?
The episode 9.
Really, really suspenseful. Where this guy,
Vic.
Rage's friend.
It's Vic.
Yeah, Vic.
Vic's getting a bit. Oof.
Yeah, and he's wearing a shirt that says, a hat that says like FOB or something.
FOF, which is Friends of Freak.
Oh, it's disgusting. Anyway, he got it. The episode was him in a car ride, and he was saying how he was basically trying to guilt trip.
Guilt freak.
Trying to age into giving him money, saying that of aid. It's just cool how fortunate you are.
He's using his parents' illnesses as a
like you're
bargaining
using
chip.
your parents dying of AIDS as leverage to guilt trip your friends. It's like that is actual trash, and Rage is like, stop talking about this, and I'll forget that you've been trying to hit on my girlfriend behind my back. And then they're like, the best friend, like, oh.
Yeah, the thing I like about that is their reaction.
The guy's
seems
like, oh,
they're
I'm sorry,
properly
man.
going on.
I'm sorry. I've been a burden and a hindrance. And he's like,
No, it's not just
fine,
that.
man. Just cut it off.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you know. And he's like,
What is that? Well, you know. What is that?
it's like, well, you know, just he just said like, well, you do owe me one, and Ray just like, I owe you one, really. I owe you, and he's like, yeah, man, for dirt bike Donnie, and he's like, I'm sorry. What? We agreed never to talk about this ever again. And so what happened, years ago, Rage and Vic got into a fight with this guy who was being a jerk to them named Dirt Bike Donnie, who's nicknamed that. And they got into a fight, and Dirt got tumbled, he got shoved down the stairs because he missed a swing or whatever, and he fell down the stairs
against each other at the top of a staircase. And
yeah.
due to the struggle, according to Rage, he slipped during a missed swing and fell down and cracked his head open and died. But Vic is trying to push it that Rage pushed him and pretty much killed him.
Yeah, but Rage is saying that it was an accident. It was an accident on his part, and that Rage. some free stuff.
And if he does so, he'll get kicked out of the NBA, aka ruining his life.
Yeah, and Pat, like, okay, so what you need
Here's
to
what you do.
now, he's like, here's what you do. You crash the car really hard right now. You crash the car as hard as you can, and
During the confusion,
snap his
neck.
And then break your own finger or foot or something,
To prove
whatever,
struggle.
to make it look like, oh, I got injured too.
It's like, and then it's like the agreement they come. It's like,
They were just
okay,
laughing.
lend me your car.
Laughing so hard, really hard right now. Crash the car right friggin' now. Ram it as hard as you can into a wall.
The Phantom of
Just
Bravery.
The
Like-
Phantom of Bravery, what?
Like the
That's the
thing
name
is,
of our
like,
mission.
Hey,
Stinger 1 to Jelly Mama, all clear on starboard. Roger, Stinger 1, maintain course to rendezvous. Gravitational anomaly detected, all soldiers to deck. Jelly Mama, my controls aren't responding, I'm going down. Jelly Mama, repeat, controls aren't... And dead.
Jelly Mama?
Yeah, I guess so.
What?
That's the name of one of the ships, I guess. Jelly Mama.
I'll
Code-
be right back. Jelly Mama, are you... Really? Just really?
Commander, I'm getting new news, new information. There's an abnormal gravity field that's bigger than anything I've seen before. These like facial these like facial stills of Unica are great. Cause they are,
what's
they
the name
are
of the mission
so
support
over the
girl?
top.
Like her like shocked expression of her leaning forward, like tilted. She's like, ah. Oh, I hope she appears in the seat. You know what? I just want like a dumb situation where it's just Unica and her are just like still a team together, and like she's just like the mission report girl's just in an apartment with her. I think his mission support was like really like chilled about the whole thing. So, yeah. Okay, apparently they're in attack or something.
Looks like I'm abandoning my post to save Jelly Mama.
The Stinger, or whatever his name is.
Stinger 1.
That's like, hey, I'm gonna save our men. And it's like, no, don't do that. Don't. Frickin' our soldiers. We need everyone here. It's like you have a whole military force and one person. You don't have one person, and everything goes to hell.
If you shift gravity, you might spark a chain reaction on the leak and explode the entire ship. Big enough to kill both you and the pilot.
Bonjour, Mila.
That's what she looks like when she's doing that.
What's that?
Yo, I'm hoping you fix that ship. Nevi are sighted around the battleship. They're acting irregular. Harvester not responding. It's drawing power away from primary systems. We're losing our engines. Well... could you get wrecked any harder?
The military force is here to save us, everyone. Getting wrecked immediately. The moment Cat leaves for a second.
Sea Wasp, the civilians come first. Protect Plesian. Plesian being the entertainment district. We need to protect the entertainment district.
I have a loyalty card at one of their services. I put good money into that. I don't want to lose an investment.
Where's my entertainment rewards card? That's an order. The mission has changed. The Arbiter is offline and our first duty is to protect the people. Sea Wasp can protect the entertainment district. You go back to the battleship. Okay. You know, I would have loved going to go protect Plesian just because I've never been there long enough. It's only been 2 missions.
So are you at the part where you have to put out the fires?
I am right now.
So here's the thing that annoyed a lot of people about the mission. The fires don't have lock-on, so a lot of the times, like, your throw will go just a little bit wide and then it won't put out, meaning you then have to run around in an attempt to find more water. And the fact that there's like a bunch of the flying Nevi around in one hit makes you drop and destroy whatever you're holding. It's a bit annoying.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. Like, the fire extinguishers were fine, but these water towers are not.
on a sec. And we're back. Back with another one of them boots.
New fires are being reported. What the
So that it's the fires in the town like don't have a countdown, but the ship does. So you can put out all the fires, but only last a little while. So it's basically having to micromanage keeping the ship from going down, and while that's cooled off, taking out the town.
Well, and it's not accurate either.
Yep.
Well, you can put out all the fires on the ship, so it takes it, you know, the timer just stops until, you know, new fires.
Yep.
Accuracy could be better. Where's that last fire? Ah, there it is. That's the last of the fires. Alright, time to fight Nevi. That's enough, Sea Cat. We're jellyfish. We can't let our personal feelings cloud the bigger picture.
Morality is not important. Okay, Plain Cat.
It's not even we got discharged from the military, we just said we're not going for the military anymore.
We quit. No, you said.
I retired my uniform and left the jellyfish in their zeal to protect life. They lost sight of its meaning. Although it may have been done with Yuri. Yeah, no, I'll just leave it there.
Yeah. We'll never be done with Yuri.
Although I may have been done with Yuri. They were not done with me. But that's a story. But that's another story for another time.
Unico will be coming back for this
Well, I mean, there was more to it.
It's
Like,
all-
there was Yuri, Unica, and
I
the
know.
Jellyfish Corporate. I may have been done with
But,
Yuri,
nah.
but it was not done with me. But that's a story for
Unica's
another
coming
time.
back and she wants revenge. Physical revenge. She can figure out something to do with those robot legs.
I have more money than I spend.
Oh boy, it's snowy outside.
Now they've got us building more weapons. Can you believe that? The old president of our company would have hauled off for talking back to them. Or the old president of our company got hauled off for talking back to them. So we don't have we don't have much choice but shut up and do what they say. Hey, did you guys know that the military's awful?
I heard a rumor that monsters are coming back.
If there's anything that's super Japan, if there's anything that is super Japan, it's the disdain for military power.
Oh no, Japan is like the country equivalent of tree huggers. I mean, I can understand why, considering they literally outlawed war. I'm like,
Wait,
Christ,
what?
you weren't the ones who dropped the atom bomb, you received the atom bomb. If anything, you should be the aggressor. Like, seriously.
No.
Ban of war?
We'll just take
What?
over your culture first.
Start a conversation
fair.
with the hooker character.
Do it.
Thank goodness
Wow,
the
you
Navy.
guys make your prostitutes actual characters? Such innovate.
Thank goodness
Wow.
the Navy are gone, but it took like a. But now it looks
Thank
like a
goodness
big old.
those dirty clasps are gone.
But now it looks like a big old 24-hour military parade marching right outside my window. I hear gunshots practically every day.
Thank God those dirty clasps aren't here anymore.
Yeah, I barely
Remember
recognize this
Glass?
city anymore. Feels like we're being watched too. I've seen them take away people who try to
Oh,
complain.
look at that NSA commentary.
Maybe we're safer with the Navy. Maybe we were safer with Glasps. I don't think you know what you mean when you say that.
I'd like to point out that my entire friend circle, as an insult, calls each other glasps, and we're just like.
See,
we just.
I don't believe that, because it's like saying that people from Ohio in high school are trying to use the name of an RE4, or I guess RE Revelations 2 character
Well,
as
no,
a personal
it's just
insult.
our subsection of friends, but all my friends that I talk to on a regular basis use the insult glass now, we're like dirty glass.
What is
One of
your
my
definition of Glasp
my
when you
friends-
use it?
One of my friends said, "Glasps like you need a different fountain than us, but it just shoots out trees."
See, what does your
So,
friends use it for?
So you found a way
They
to
just
say
use
the
it
N word
as
without saying
they
it.
just use it as a racial slur. Like dirty glass don't belong in our public school. I'll tell you. You know what you call 50 glasps at the bottom of a river? Not enough glass.
I was gonna, you know, it would have been a better one. You know what's 50 glasps at the bottom of the ocean? A very cost-effective anchor.
There was one that one of my friends said, like, what's the difference between an exhibition and a glass? And she's just like, you feel bad for the rape when they get fucked.
God damn. That, and this was a girl that said it, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Like,
Jesus.
ooh.
Is this the same
Wait,
girl that
hold on a
laughed
sec.
at is this the same girl that laughed at Sarah's death? Because it sounds like it would be.
No, it was not Emily.
Wait, hold on. You're implying that there's girls in your.
No.
And who's this bitch?
Finally, friend.
He's sorry, Amy.
What is this? What is... There's a cop here with a handgun, and then I try kicking him, and instead of shooting me, he just blows a whistle, as if he's calling the fuzz.
I'm a whistleblower. I'll blow. I'm shutting this whole thing down.
Is that pistol like a toy pistol? Can he not use it against me?
It's like Snowpiercer where they ran out of bullets. Yeah, you know what? It's Snowpiercer logic.
What is that? Oh, I remember you. You're that girl that did, you know, well, something, right?
Yeah, one of my friends, Emily, just blatantly laughed at Sarah's death. I'm like, oh. Spooky.
I mean, if it was something like she called it, and it was like, yeah, I figured it out, I called it happening. No, it's more like, no, she was just laughing at the death.
I have 13 minutes to complete this virus. That is way too much time, which means, what, am I gonna have to play hide and seek? Yo, we're in a super infected zone and you're telling me there's a civvy out there? Dude! You're already dead! I'm in a zone with 3 contamination. It is a level 3 contaminated zone, which means it is super infected.
With smallpox.
Yeah, it is super smallpoxy in here. A civilian, I find a civilian in this school that is super contaminated just walking around, and I'm like, dude, you're dead. You sir are dead. There's nothing that I can't even warn you. I can't even warn you and be like, hey man, you're gonna get infected. You are infected. It's too late. Sayonara, buddy. Your lungs are teeming with smallpox right now.
His lungs? Why his lungs?
I don't know, it's everything. I mean, it's inhale, it's airborne. That's why you need a gas mask.
Your skin cells are already dead. Oh hey, there you are. You remember that letter that you sent me down there 3 days ago? Or I guess it would be a year ago?
Why is the teacher dead? And why did they leave their iPad? Oh, that's not... Oh shit. Yeah, that's a picture frame. They shot themselves. Oh.
sick. So you remember the reason why I went below in the first place, below the pillar?
No. Oh yeah, someone lost their letter.
The letter from their boyfriend, and they're like, can you please go get the letter back? So you spend 3 days getting that letter, and then a year has passed, and was like, hey, here's that letter. And she's like, do I know you? You sent me to get this letter. Letter? What letter? Oh, that letter from that one guy. Yeah, I don't care anymore. What? He was in my... This is like, but he went all the way down there and died. He made you a letter right before he died. He cared about you. It's like, look, he was a nice guy, but I'm with someone else now. This new fellow's quite the catch too. He's a real up and comer. You know, and she's like, anyway, that what's past is past, right? Bye bye.
What I expected to happen. I'm just relieved that it was only a year and this story didn't unfold. It's like, you know what? It's been 50 years. Like, there's a reason why you shouldn't do this. Don't do this. Just don't. Just don't.
I mean, a lot... I mean, clearly a lot's happened over a year. I mean, not like societal values have dropped to an all-time low,
I was about
zero.
to say, is it like BioShock Infinite where you head to the, like, you like there's like some revolution or something, but it hadn't really gone off the rails yet, and then you, like, a year has passed and you come back and the revolution is in like full swing and they're just gunning down.
Yeah,
cities.
something kind of close to that. It was the mayor of the city died to unknown circumstances, and then the government general of like basically said, well, now this is going to be martial law, but we got to build our forces. Well, a year has passed and they got
martial law after the mayor dies. Like, oh no,
I
Mayor
don't.
Hinkleberg killed over. Called
The
in
mayor-
the National Guard.
The mayor died, and that there's monsters showing up, I guess. So we need martial law. We need to be like Korea and have literally no values for human life.
You talk bad about the government, hope you like living in the salt mine.
Whatever the case is, it is now that thing of a year has passed and martial law is in full swing. And yeah, people are getting gunned down.
Not just martial law, full swing. Why was that guy I'm looking at that guy walking into the quarantine zone right now, and I'm like, dude, you're either high or just hate yourself. What's wrong with you?
Oh my god, and the military itself is like brainwashed super hard. Hail our beloved leader, hail our proud army, a new age has dawned. Long live Delanusia.
Yo, you should never ever be happy with the words he's dawning. That's just never. Never.
Whoever says that when it's like you're keeping your town safe.
Even if you're
A new
fighting-
age has passed.
fighting. They're like, oh, I'm fighting this corrupt government with this resistance, and it's the noble golden path. And, you know, it's just like, oh, new age is dawning after you see that your government. Don't trust them. I guarantee they'll be purging the unwanted in like a month.
Like right now, they're like, we got to make sure the monsters are dead forever. But while we're trying,
You gotta purge all the weak.
but while we're doing that, we're gonna try to capture a few of the monsters for super weapons. Just so you know, it doesn't go well.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna eradicate Metroids right after we're done using Metroids as weapons.
I thought I voted for the new government, assuming it would give me a new job and a new life, but I got swindled. I thought anyone
Far Cry
would be.
4 does that where you like he's the main villain, Pagan Min, doesn't actually dislike you. In fact, he quite likes you. He's just like, as final act as king, I'm giving the throne to you. I trust you'll be smart enough to figure out how dumb your resistance friends are. And sure enough, after the game, you realize just how dumb your resistance friends are, and then you kill the remaining resistance leaders. You can choose to or not. I did, and I'm like, I'm king now. It turns out I'm no better than Pagan Min, but you know what? I'm fine with that because those revolutionaries are just as stupid. And he's just like, yeah, I'll acknowledge that I suck, but you know who also sucks? The resistance leaders. He's like, at least I say I'm gonna, and then I do it. They can't say the same.
Hey, look, it's Newt and Echo, the two characters that were in a relationship and going to school in the entertainment district for whatever reason.
Hey, remember how we only just, like, met? Like, hey, remember every time we met us when you were going insane?
No, here's the
and trying to kill
thing.
us all?
Here's the thing, I remember when we were helping Newt find Echo, there was like a bunch of assorted gems that were shaped like hearts. And I'm like, oh, the game's doing it. The game's doing it. The game wants you to, like, have some kind of relationship and just like, oh, sorry, Newt was into Echo. Sorry, you thought that was something.
Oh, what? You thought you had a chance? Boy, you ain't got a chance.
Where are you guys headed? Oh, well, we're off to join in on some military exercises. It's part of the new school
mandated military exercises.
It's a new school curriculum. All students have to go, even if they don't want to, and we don't. And the girl's like, hush, you don't want any of the teachers to hear you talking like that.
You don't want the officials to hear you saying that. They'll send you to El Campos.
They'll just throw you into the pit. the lower part of the pillar.
Yeah, you know what? I never... What the pit is, I just want they'll throw you into the pit. I wish this game... I kind of wish all shooters from like open world just have the option to play like music on a cassette player or something, like MGS5. Oddly though, I never really used the cassette tapes, the cassette tape music in MGS5 that much because the in-game soundtrack was good enough. Yo. This guy's beating up this cop and he's never gonna stop. Oh, he stopped now.
I ate all of your food. What are you gonna do about it? Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Guy from Walking Dead. Season 1. Yeah, I ate that granola bar,
yeah,
so what?
What was that even about? What
It was
that
like...
argument even...
He ate food from their stash, and he's like, yeah, what are you gonna do about it?
Don't eat the food, man! Don't eat the food, I need that! No way, man, it's my candy bar. No, man, we were gonna share that! No, too late, I ate it all.
What are you gonna do about it? Nothing, that's what. And then he just kicks him on the floor and wastes like 4 shells on a dead guy.
Ooh. Holy out here.
Audro on the call. You really saved my bacon. I don't know how the Cindy managed to survive so long without you. Yo, what would happen if we try to increase the gravitational pull of the sun? I don't know. I feel like you I feel like you may kill humanity if you try doing that. Just a thought.
I feel like the Earth would just get sucked into it, like down the drain. How about you don't mess with the sun, like, ever? Unless it's like that one movie where you know the sun's gonna die, which, by the way, is unrealistic. The sun will never die. I mean, it will in like 4.5 billion years.
I mean, it will when it like
and then
figures out.
It won't even die in 4.5 billion years. It'll and then consume mercury, and it'll get Earth, but I mean, it won't consume Earth, but Earth will become unsustainable for life. But like, who in their right mind would care? It's in 4.5 billion years, so either gonna move to space or go extinct. Probably. I mean, 4.5 billion years is a long time, so we're either gonna go to space, move to space, or you know, go extinct. Probably both. Or we're just gonna transcend reality itself.
We're just gonna matrix it and just put our minds inside
Probably
the
gonna
system.
become like beings of ethereal light. Or I don't know.
There was an anime movie I watched where it did like upload your consciousness over to like a mainstay server, but only important people get more data usage for their memories and their well-being and such, because it can't hold everybody.
That's strange.
You know how many people are on the Earth? Trying
That's a
to...
pretty big server. It's like that stupid, what was that anime that had like a cool concept, but apparently like ruined it immediately? It was like Sword Art Online, where it's like, surprise, you're in a video game, and if you die, you're trapped in the video game, and if you die, if you die in the game, you die for real. I would, number one, I'd be more interested to find out, like, what does the outside world think about that? Like, what does the world outside think about that?
Apparently not enough to have any political value on it. Because They, like, right after the first season where he's, like, in a hospital and he's barely even alive due to anorexic, like, not anything, because he hasn't been active at all. And he's like, let's try to play some more video games.
Does the same thing happen again?
No, but, like, it's not a thing of you're trapped in the video game anymore. You can clearly leave at any time. But for whatever reason, it still runs off of the same tech and console and whatnot. That there's these hackers who have found a way of being able to perma-kill people.
Oh, so everyone dies permanently. It's certain people die permanently.
Certain people have the ability to perma-kill.
But they're not hackers, then they're just. Yeah, I'll be that guy that corrects everyone. I'm like, that's not a hacker. That's just a straight up murderer. No way to sell that as a hacker. That's,
now, here's the thing I find kind of stupid about that idea or thought process is it's a shonen anime show, and you know what a shonen is, right? It's like a Naruto, a Dragon Ball. It's specifically the main protagonist will never lose. It is written in code that they will, like, if they lose, it is only a slight loss, and they will soon gain the power to win.
It's only a slight loss that will be immediately rectified by the episode.
Yeah, something like that. It's more style over substance, where it looks splashy, but you're not really, like, being...
Naruto, and I think of, like, hashtag no filler.
Yeah,
when we introduce you to Kazuhira, 95% of MGS5 is filler Miller.
It's very, So, like, with that in mind, Sword Art Online being a shonen, and losing to the main protagonist who is thus far, like, beats him using the game's stuff, versus the hacker could literally just give himself, like, the god tier equipment that's, like, for testers. You know, or like something that's, like, not even in game's
like
code.
Like the 999 gun.
Yeah.
Although it's an anime, so it can't use guns, that's a rule.
No, it
can't.
Season 2 uses guns.
One of the main characters uses a sniper, and that's her whole gimmick.
Yeah, her whole gimmick is she uses a sniper because some personal thing is some personal grievance has occurred in her life, and she has this thing up. I gotta use guns.
What? Never mind. I don't want to know.
You can look it up if you want to. I never really watched the show. I just get, like, a synopsis, and then I say it's stupid.
Oh boy, an Osprey 45 suppressor. That is a giant suppressor. Don't talk shit about Attack on Titan, guys. It's a really good show.
See, I was interested in that show until it showed me that thing of they can turn into Titans. Because then we have Titan on Titan action. I'm like, I feel like you guys had a better show.
That
when
defeats
it was
the purpose of the show. Unless there was a thing of humans can turn into Titans, but they can't turn back. and they become like feral killers. That way you can have one. You can have like one exception of like, oh, at the very end you have like one guy who can control it.
See, that's the thing.
It's like, okay, now you get to have your cake and eat it too.
That's the thing.
There is a lore reason behind it. The problem is the anime hasn't got to it yet.
Well, and then there's the thing of like, so the main protagonist.
Like, it can't just be like, I'm gonna activate kawaii mode. I'm gonna activate Kenpachi Ramasama level 3, 9,000.
The protagonist doesn't know why, but for whatever reason, after getting his shit fisted in by a Titan, he has the ability to become a Titan, which has some control, but is for the most part a berserking monster demon thing. And then he
can't control my rage.
And then he finds another person who is also betraying humanity by helping out the Titans and becoming Titan herself for whatever reason.
Will become Titan once.
But she's not just a normal Titan. She's one of the better Titans, the ones that are athletic.
Ooh.
And then there's another thing where the Colossal Titan, which is giant 50-story Titan, is also a human being that is betraying humanity for some reason.
Why would you want to betray humanity?
It probably explains it, but I don't know it. But
what are they gonna do the thing of like Titans or people too? That's something that I feel like you shouldn't have to worry about. It's like, oh geez, our hunters are going rogue. Like, no one in Bloodborne is. The hunters are going rogue and teaming up with the beasts.
Well, like, imagine as if, like, everybody has the beast curse, like, everyone that, like, beast curse isn't, like, a thing everybody gets, but there's some people that can just turn into beasts and whatnot and then back. But it's not really consistent on how the beast thing goes, and even then the people that turn into beasts are so random and wacky that there's one guy that can become Paro, and then there's another guy that can become a Bloodletter. It just doesn't... It's not consistent with itself. I need you to put these sensors in these places so it'll attract the monsters. I'll gain data, and then I'll blow up the sensors right after.
I had a person from the MGS community that's like XD. So you just never watch it. It's like, let me guess, is it because of the wackiness? Is it because it's too wacky? And I'm like, yeah, that's basically it. It's like, okay, yeah. Okay, so you can't watch it because there's too much anime bullshit, quote unquote. And that's a pretty generalized thing. And he's like, okay, you should check out this one thing that has literally zero silly, like, over-the-top BS in it. It's called Monster, and I'm like, it's like an investigative thing. And I'm like, I've never heard of it. And it's like, well, you might actually like it, because it's nothing.
What is it?
So I don't know anything about that. It's called Monster or something.
Monster?
Yeah. I'm like, also, I watched some Miyazaki movies, but they don't count. It's like, no, they don't. That's just Western storytelling with an Eastern art style.
Well, it looks like there's an anime called Monster.
I've never heard of it. He just insists that you might like this because it has like it keeps the anime BS to a minimum.
So what is Monster about, you may ask? Dr. Tenma is a young Japanese doctor working for a memorial hospital in 1986, an accomplished brain surgeon. He seems to have everything, a promotion in the offing the favor of the hospital's director and the daughter of the director as his fiancée. However, Tenma is increasingly dissatisfied with this political bias of the hospital in treating patients and seizes the chance to change things after a massacre brings fraternal twins Johan and Anna into the hospital. Johan has a gunshot wound to the head, and Anna mutters about killing. Tenma decides to operate on Johan instead of the mayor, who arrived later. Wow, this writing is terrible. Johan is saved, but the mayor dies. Tenma loses his social standing as a result. However, the director and the other doctors in Tenma's way are mysteriously murdered, and both children disappear from the hospital soon afterwards. The police suspect Tenma since he benefits from the turn of events. However, they have no evidence and can only question him.
That's quite vague. I still don't know what the overarching plot line or main idea is. Guy's trying to sabotage his way into power.
I mean, there's more to this plot thing that's like not wondering about. I'll keep reading.
I guess it sounds like a guy just trying to sabotage his way.
9 years later, Tenma is chief of surgery at the memorial after saving a criminal named Adolf Junkers after Junkers were hit by a car. He hears Junkers muttering about a monster. Tenma is kind to Junkers and who reciprocates by opening up to the doctor. One evening, when Tenma returns with a clock as a gift for Junkers, he finds the guard in front of Junkers' room dead and Junkers gone. Following the concern for Tenma's safety, Junkers warns him against coming closer and he pleads with them to run away. He refuses, and the man holding the gun is revealed to be Johan, the boy whose life Tenma saved 9 years earlier. Despite Tenma's attempts to reason with him, Johan shoots Junkers, telling Tenma he could never kill the man who saved his life. So he walks off into the night with Tenma too shocked to stop him. After this incident is again suspected by the police, suspecting Tenma for this incident, particularly the BKA Inspector Lunge. He tries to find more information about Johan. He soon discovers that the boy's sister, now called Nina, is living a happy life as adopted daughter of two caring parents. Only traces of her terrible past are a few nightmares. Tenma finds Nina on her birthday. He keeps her from Johan, but is too late to stop him from murdering her foster parents. Tenma eventually learns the origins of this monster from the former East Germany's attempt to use secret orphanage known as 511 Kilderheim to create perfect soldiers through psychological reprogramming, to the author of children's books used in eugenics experiment in the Czech Republic. Tenma also learns the scope of the atrocities committed by this monster and vows to fix the mistake he made by saving Johan's life by murder.
Yo, this is okay. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Wait, what?
Jesus Christ, bad timing for you to join in. We just got done explaining the whole thing.
So what is the story? I heard half of it.
It's basically this doctor saves one guy, and it turns out that one guy he saves 9 years later is part of this Czech Republic sleeper agent cell to create perfect soldiers.
Oh. So this isn't based off a show.
It is
No.
a show.
It is
Oh.
it is an anime show.
Oh. What's it called?
Monster.
Oh. I know it is.
I like
Good
how
show.
you got super interested once I said when I included the name East Germany's attempt to create perfect soldiers.
Wait a minute. 1983? Yeah, okay, yeah, this would be East Germany.
1986.
Yeah, Monster. Real good show. Real messed up. As the description properly.
Yeah, he's like, you would like it because it has zero, like, quote-unquote anime trash.
I mean, the writing was trash on describing this storyline, but way it seems to have set itself up, it doesn't sound that bad at all.
It's pretty good. Goes on for a while, but you manage to keep stuff.
How many episodes?
That
There's
show, huh?
74 episodes. Okay.
Yeah.
I also heard that Monaco was good, but the fights are really, the fight scenes are over the top.
Varnico?
Monaco.
Oh,
Monaco.
Bacano?
Fucking up. Yeah, I don't know.
Bacon.
Was it the one that BGT suggested?
Yep.
No, BGT
Yeah.
didn't suggest it. She what? Like
She
Oh, actually,
suggested
no,
it. She did
that wasn't
suggest
a
it, but it
request,
wasn't
that
from
was a
her.
Demand.
Oh yeah, so it's
Wasn't
Bacano. Yeah,
from
Bacano's
BGT.
pretty good.
Yeah, no, like
In my
It's
opinion.
like low on the dumb anime crap. So he's like, but the fights are dumb though. And I
Oh, most
watched
of
like
them are.
one scene of dudes swinging a wrench around, and he just sounded like insanely, incredibly mentally disturbed. He's like swinging a wrench around, but every time he's swinging it around, there's like craters, and he's hitting it with the force of a freight train. I'm like, that's a little too much. But whatever,
It's
just
it's not-
fights.
It's
I'm
more-
like,
it's
at
'cause the
least
whole-
he sounds crazy.
Well, did he have a white suit on? Because I think I might know the character.
I think.
Because if it was
No.
a dude in the white,
there are
Mm.
some where I think are just stupid prestigious though, like or like not prestigious, but like pretentious is the better word. Ergo Proxy, I think, is very pretentious, and it's kind of like it's too deep for you to understand logic. When if you were actually paying attention to it, it doesn't keep up with itself. Did you
Number
watch-
one, an anime is really guilty of this. Establishing rules and then breaking the rules they themselves establish. I'm not saying you can never break rules, but don't set up rules only to immediately break them. That's dumb. You have to break them at the very end.
Well, you can break them at any time in the story, but it has to be a game changer. That's the point
Yeah, no,
of having
you can't
rules.
you can't just shrug off game.
The
That's why I
be-
was so
the-
interested by the thing of
The
the Last
the
Man
best-
Battalion's boss. Their boss character is a Rogue Division agent, and you know you're getting scanned by him. He's using all technology, but against you. And I'm like, okay, this is a bit of a rule breaker. This changes the way the game works, and this is cool.
I would say the
Because it's
perfect
so-
example of the perfect rule break for a game changer is in Snowpiercer when you get that thing of they got no bullets, right? And then when the slight chance or the slight moment where you see that they have bullets, the entire way the movie is presented to you is completely different.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that was good because they established. Yeah, the first half there's no guns, and then in the second half they established like,
We did have bullets.
they do have some guns, like some bullets left. that was cool because they're breaking their own rule, but not in a dumb way.
Yo, that cat is filled with power. If we capture that girl's cat, we have enough power to power up anything. I'll have the jellyfish grab it.
I'll have the jellyfish grab it, and then it comes back dead, and it's like, jellyfish, why'd you kill it? You asked me to grab it, boss.
Oh, I thought you were gonna make a
That's all I
joke of
did.
they send an actual jellyfish.
Yeah, the cat comes back dead, and it's like, why'd you grab it? Why'd you kill it, jellyfish? It's like, well, you asked me to grab it. Or he'll just say, why'd you do it, jellyfish? And then it's an actual jellyfish. It's just floating there.
It's like a lava lamp. Have you been told to watch anything else?
And then, well, there's a lot of weebs in the MGS subreddit. So there was that guy who came in. He was the intelligent one, and then there's like a million other people that are like, watch Attack on Titan. Watch Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill's really good. It's really. I had one dude with a straight face actually say that, like, you'd really like Kill la Kill. It's a really good gateway anime.
I would say watch Kill la Kill if you're fine with Over the Top, but it's clear that you're not, so we're a little bit, stretched.
I just laughed. I didn't even respond to it because I'm like, I know you're an idiot. I know you're an idiot right now. There's no hiding it.
You know, like my offers for
Because
anime
all you
is a
have
bit.
to do is show on Google Images, and you know immediately that it's over the top.
Maybe he thought you liked Over the Top or wouldn't mind it.
No, he didn't.
What he was
knew exactly what my
saying
opinions-
is
He
what
knew
he-
exactly what my
what-
opinions were, and he still thought it was like,
what
I
he
think
was
he would really like this.
what he was like showing, where he was like, oh, it's a good gateway anime if you want to get into like the over the top anime. There you go. And it's like, but X doesn't like over the top. You need to kind of think about what you ask him to watch because
If
it's a
anything,
bit stretched thin.
I wasn't annoyed that he did it. I was just like, if that's what you consider a gateway, I really want to know what do you look at where you're like, that's too much. Like, what do you actually look at where you're like, that's too much? If you look at that and you're like, no, that's baby mode. Jesus. I don't even know how to respond to that.
Hmm. See, the problem is there's like one show that I'd like say to watch, but the problem is the ongoing, so it could go to crap at the last episode.
I don't really watch ongoing until the whole season's over. Just kind of what I do.
Don't ever watch a popular like shonen then, because those things are going to be padded out so long. Like, hold on, let me check how much episodes
Like,
Naruto
Naruto's
has.
still not over.
Naruto just got a
Well,
new
the
show.
manga's ended, but the
Naruto
anime is still.
Naruto just got a new show. That's the thing.
Wins Boruto.
Boruto. Yeah, no, that's the thing. Isn't his son named Boruto?
Yeah.
The Wow. Okay. The original Naruto show is 220 episodes. The series that's basically a sequel, which is Naruto Shippuden, which is going into teenage to young adult age, is 451 episodes.
One Piece.
And then Boruto just started.
I can't brag that much. I really like Ben 10, and I know for a fact that Ben 10 had some filth, but I don't know.
Some filth.
Like Ben 10 had some like unabashed filler. In both shows, I like Alien Force better than I like Ben 10, which is an unpopular opinion. But like, both Alien Force and the original Ben 10 had episodes. The werewolf episode, or like, there was a what if episode where it's like just a episode where it's like, what if Gwen got the Omnitrix instead of Ben, and it's just an alternate universe.
Don't trust the government and their lies. Why? I wanted to make a new business in this like ice cream truck, and they red stamped it, said it would corrupt the citizenry. How could ice cream corrupt anything? I'm gonna ignore them and set up my stand anyway.
It's gonna corrupt your molars, man.
How strange. I don't understand why they try to stop you from selling ice cream either. And it's like Dad's been a little on edge since they closed his favorite place over in the entertainment district.
I'm surprised they haven't closed the entertainment district, period.
Yo. If it gets revenue, then who's to say you can't keep it there? It's the same thing with like Las Vegas, although I can't say that because isn't Las Vegas like surprisingly negative every time? Because of depending on how much money they spend on lights and electricity.
I don't know.
I remember reading something about that where they actually make negative income. And like it's all based on their taxes for casinos, and the taxes for them are apparently not enough for how much they spend.
I have no idea. I have no idea how much money in Las Vegas makes. Anyway, speaking of the episode where like Gwen, where Gwen got the Omnitrix instead of Gwen, it was an alternate universe. Is there a name for that, for like episodes of any given show that that reveal at the end that they must be an alternate universe because the episode ends with like certain demise or certain death? And you're like, the only way that this would fit in is if this was just an alternate, a spin-off. Because it's like, they're doomed right here. Like, they're dead, and they never go back to it ever again.
It's pretty much just what if episodes. Cause they're just
there's what if episodes. I guess you call it what if episodes. Something I do remember, Kids Next Door, every other episode was a what if episode of them just like straight up dying.
What do you mean?
And I'm like, they do a lot of just dying in this show of just eliminated, like the win.
Final mission. Let's go. Well, actually, no, this is not final mission, although this is a bad shot. That's a bad camera angle.
Wow.
Yeah, I just remember. I'm not sure. It was like imminent doom. Like here's them being just brutally defeated. It was just like.
You know what, Westy? This overarching narrative of she's a slut is coming to pass.
Yep.
You got greedy.
Greedy. As a man in a suit, like a stuffy man in a suit, just comes walking on in. Also, that bulge underneath the sheets. I mean, I know what it is. And the joke we made earlier, it's not helping anything.
I just remember more than anything else, it's like, boy, Kids Next Door did a lot of losing. They lose quite a lot.
I do like kind of the overarching narrative of certain villains, such as Father was the first. Like, did you ever?
That was cool. That Father was Agent Zero.
Mm-hmm. Like, did you watch that like kind of Matrix episode where it was the pre-files of how adults became to be, which were like re-needed playthings?
Yeah. Yeah, I liked some of the overarching stuff. Also, I like... They did a thing where the leader of the Kids Next Door was decided by a tag? A gigantic game of tag.
Mm-hmm. And it was nobody wants the responsibility.
And nobody actually wants to be leader, so it was just a giant... Oh god, what was it? Wasn't it like Hot Potato? Where whoever's at the end of the day is the new leader?
It's like once a year, it's this huge game of tag, and then they need to pass it off, and then by the end of the 24 hours, that's who's leader for the rest.
Yeah, I thought that was probably one of the funnest episodes, because it's just a gigantic game of tag. I like episodes that are just dedicated to dumb trivial things while still being pertinent. The episode of The Office is Threat Level Midnight, where the entire episode is just a movie. Plus, it invented the glorious title of Midnight, the likes of which the world has never seen. I mean, come on, you gotta be doing something right. You gotta be doing something right to name something threat level mid-mode. Neutralize Big G. This dude's name is Big G.
Yeah, this isn't the last mission, but this is second to last mission, I know that much.
Wait, is that the one where like
Dream
Cyan just
sequence.
appears and-
This is the dream sequence,
I
and
like
then
how
the actual fight happens.
one of your contacts from missions in Division is this guy who's like a mafioso dude with an Italian accent. He's like, nah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm in the mob, but I'm not an asshole. I'm not gonna go looting people on the street.
See, the thing is, Haven, is the joke that I made earlier about freaking Cat and Diana, like, making out and stuff, gives unfortunate implications in the later scene where Diana just crawls out from under the sheets
Yeah, that's at the end of this mission.
naked.
Wait. What?
What?
Because our main protagonist because the main protagonist doesn't have any pajamas, she always
She's a
sleeps in the
hobo?
always sleeps in the nude, and that leads to very, very bad like cutscene stills, because it's like I sent chat a bunch of pictures of without context like cutscenes from the story, and it looks really bad, and it's me and Westy are now making a joke for his sub-narrative of our main protagonist being a slut. It is not great.
How do you shouldn't see
Just, I mean, I made it as a joke, but the further the game goes, the more it just starts building itself. First you have Diana, then you have them finally hitting it off. Then you have just...
I really like this system where if you throwing down a health, any bullets you fire when you're in the health station's AoE, they don't count. So like, you'll get whenever you reload, you get all those bullets back that you reload.
proved the real deal. I am now Panther Woman.
Everybody just uses that face.
Wow, that's a very long.
I think something's wrong with my mic.
Alright, I'm back.
You're alive.
If you find a contradiction, then you have to go back in time and uncontradict it. That's nonsense. I only exist in the present, so if I imagine myself happy up until now, then I've always been happy, right? I think my head's starting to hurt.
What is time logic?
What should I wear for the final mission? I think I'll wear the military outfit. Gotta get that cami in. Aki's like, hey, you want to come inside and watch TV? And then Kat's like, I never pictured you for a couch potato.
I get lonely sometimes. Come on, let's just sit down, chat, a little bit of Netflix.
Look, I'm in here with a bunch of dolls every day of my life. Be nice to just talk.
Look, I'll order pizza.
The end is nigh, are you ready for it? The end, what are you talking about? Call it creator's intuition. I can sense a disturbance in the fabric of reality, as if great many things are moving towards their conclusion. It may be your last chance to go to the Rift Plains or take care of other businesses. Something big is about to happen. Would you like to save your game?
I like the idea of him asked, like, it's an actual thing. What save your game?
Like breaking the
What do
fourth
you mean
wall?
save the game?
Like breaking that kind of fourth wall where it's like you want to save your game?
Like how in MGS you get the tutorials and they actually say the button prompts.
I cannot believe that MGS5 actually had Ishmael say, like, press the stance button to stand up. I was just like, are you for real?
Why? Why would you be surprised?
I don't know, it was just jarring to me to have, like, this, go ahead and say, like, probably one of the darkest, most serious points in the entire series, straight off at the beginning of the game, just this super serious thing, and then he's like, time to move, press the stance button to stand up. It's like, oh my god. Something about that.
It's not
like,
it's not that surprising
deeply
when it's
amuses
been a
me.
thing. Like,
Yeah, but when it's like under time, like the only time I can think when they bring up in universe in MGS4, for instance, was when you were like in the Middle East, specifically when you weren't facing any enemies or under any immediate threat. They just teach you like, oh, crawl under something by holding down the stance button or press the action button. I don't know.
like military weapon.
This one back.
I feel like this emphasizing the chat way too much over the actual game. I can't even hear my own drum noise. Long silence drum. Something's wrong. Yeah, okay, something's wrong. I can't hear my drum go off. I can't hear anything. Yeah, I can't hear anything.
Oh hey, look at that. The day that they try to announce their new super weapon, Devi, are coming out on the woodworks. It's almost like they're trying to make a point.
Oh, sort of the Nephi, are they just terrorists?
They're the monsters.
Is it gonna turn out that the monsters were the good guys the whole time?
No.
Okay, because I thought it was gonna be quote-unquote one of those stories where it's like, you spend like half the game fighting these guys who are like the terrorists, and you get to like the terrorist leader, and he dies, as they always do, but like in the process he convinces you to become a resistance member, and then you go on to like lead the resistance.
Now, there are hints of the monsters having some kind of something, where it's two examples specifically. One example is some girl had one of the monsters in her backpack, and it was, quote, trying to protect her. You can call semantics on it, that's a little whatever. The other one, which is a little bit more concrete, is your cat was eating a chemical, like, you know, pesticide for the monsters. And if she wasn't a monster, it wouldn't have done anything, but because it was supposed to get rid of the monsters and be a pesticide, it kind of made your cat funky, meaning that your cat character thing may or may not be related to the monsters at hand.
Oh no, you are the demon.
The thing that gives you powers is the demon. You yourself or whoever, who cares?
John, let me get back, or it was like, let me get out, back out there. I have to kill the.
When I think of like SMGs like the Vector, when I aim down sights and the sling from my bag clips into my jacket. That's always fun.
So, hey, while the machine is doing work, you should help the machine destroy the monsters. And then the game is trying to show me that the machine's really good at its job. In fact, better than your character.
I like that. The report for this one is hey, those Rikers ambushed another JTF patrol, but guess what? They messed up big time. They gave away their HQ. Now that we know where their HQ is, we can send in, like, the whole cavalry. Just in time. Yo, this sick lady who needed a med kit, so I rolled towards her. How would you react if you were sick and there was this good guy with a gun coming towards you, but in the process of walking towards you, he does a roll, but
Well, did you
roll towards you?
Did you walk and roll, or were you sprinting and then rolled?
I was walking and then all of a sudden just roll. Like I was walking, but then all of a sudden, now I'm moving.
Sudden movement scare them.
You know what? I feel like when I'm in the dark zone, I have a purple scarf and purple wrappers. I feel like I should just wear entirely purple just because I'm the only one that's gonna wear purple in this game. Nobody else is gonna wear like all purple. And if I wanted to be that guy, I'd be like, you will hand me.
Could you get could you jinx it any harder? I wonder how they made the super weapon so powerful. I'm glad the super weapon is on our side.
Oh my god. No, not even like a simple, like, realist, pragmatic ever would say something like that. If you even had a vague concept of what fate or irony or like Murphy's Law or anything, any kind of vague belief, why would you ever say, I'm glad this super weapon is on our side?
Could you jinx it any harder?
You could not. You could not possibly, in a million years, create a more ironic scenario just made.
So hey, Unica came to us and she's like, Shifter, you're under arrest. Provision 113 of the Anti-Nevi Act. Resistance would be unwise.
Not met with lethal force or anything, simply unwise.
You're arresting me at a time like this? Our super weapon can handle the monsters. Your assistance is no longer required. We don't need your kind of trouble. Yeah, Cat's getting arrested by the military's top man, or I guess it would be woman. We don't need your kind of trouble around our city.
What is it, jellyfish?
Sea wasp. And she's like, but what did I do that?
You know what you should say right before you kill her? You know what wasps do when they get in the water? They die. And then you drown the sea wasp with that for dramatic effect.
What did I do to warrant arrest? Aren't there more important things to deal with? We have to work together to save the
exist.
city. Orders are orders. Surrender quietly. There's no need to get.
Surrender quietly, or you'll be met with.
There's no need for this to get
Gunshot.
violent unless you plan on resisting arrest, and I hope you do.
Wait, what?
There's no need for this to get the.
Says like this unless you resist arrest, and I hope you resist arrest.
If she wants to be your arm, prove she's superior.
Well, aren't you
She's a
the
combat.
aren't you the model soldier, obeying orders at any cost because it's easier than thinking for yourself?
What needs to happen as you're saying that you just like have a copy of MGS3 in the background, like slowly fade into existence. Like
Orders,
have
orders,
MGS3's
orders.
Wallpaper get bigger and bigger.
Hold on.
I bet. You know who else with just following orders? Big Boss. How many people died because Big Boss followed orders? Guess what? A lot of people died because Big Boss followed orders.
Yeah, we gotta get that in.
Big Boss following orders.
Orders, orders, orders. Do you always do what your commander says? I thought he was better than some 2-bit yes man who does whatever the mayor asks. See, Wasp, think about it. If he doesn't if he doesn't need me anymore, what's gonna happen when it's your turn? And she's like, stop talking. No, then I'll make you stop.
Yeah, what happens when your time is up?
And then she's like, stop talking. No, then I'll make you stop.
That's pretty speech suppression. You don't have to go ahead and
We're in the
yourself.
sky now. Like, this is sky crime, but there's no sky police.
There's. I just got reminded of that Disney movie, Heaven Isn't Real, but Hell Is.
Shifter, why won't you come quietly? It'll be easier for both of us.
Your nickname is Shifter?
Yeah, Gravity Shifter. But Shifter for
Oh.
short. I'll decide what's best for me. I'm not gonna go quietly. If you want to arrest me, come and get me. Fine, I didn't want to have to do this, but it seems you leave me no choice.
Said, I hope you do resist arrest. And then
Oh,
he said, I didn't want it to come to this.
I guess it's like I'm a little too hard for her.
Are you for real? She just said, I hope to rest, so this can be violent. And then when she says, no, I'm not coming without a fight, she's like, I'm sorry to hear that. What? You just said to resist arrest. Kill her.
Murder.
Yes, take his life.
Who am I entertaining? Take his life? Who am I entertaining?
Ah, at last. My greatest
Looks like I'm a little tougher than you thought. Maybe you should run back to your commander and request some new orders. I'm tired of you insulting the military. I'm done taking it easy on you. Engaging safety override. Pulse response and regulator in sync. Output increased to 121%. I'm working at 121%.
Big boss, dude.
See, that's anime right there. I'm done taking it easy on you. Science jargon of I'm
You weren't
getting
doing
powered
that
up.
before?
No? Surprisingly, no.
Okay, so then I love when people
are getting the crap kicked out of them, and they're like, "You lucky I went easy on you."
I'm gonna kill her with my Psycho Crusher.
It just comes back to I'm going to my room because I want to see that happen.
Not because you told me to.
I'm going to my room because I want to, not because I have to.
Turns out, when we almost killed her or knocked her out, she sucked our cat into a trap. And she is now freezing the cat, the thing that gives me my gravity powers. She sucked it into some glass container. And then she just froze cat in carbonite, I mean ice, or whatever. I basically got frozen in this whatever substance, and they're taking me and my cat away right now. Despite beating that woman in a fight.
The end of the game is a 27-hour-long, emotionally exhaustive torture sequence.
Mission accomplished.
It's Chico Tape 4 for 27 hours.
He used his pistol and he shot the propeller of the helicopter and it went down. You're telling me either that's the best pistol in the world or that is some shoddy craftsmanship.
Yo, Sid's cool with a gun. Like, that's the thing I like. It's like how you have these three, like, well, powers. One is like a friggin' cyborg, and then you just have Sid, who's just a dude stumbling.
Who shot revolver. The helicopter down with his pistol.
He's like quiet in that one cutscene. His depth perception is so good.
And then Unica or Sea-Wasp puts her lance behind the guy's back, and she's like, "You've just committed an act of treason, officer." My orders come straight from the top. It's not our place to question our superiors. And then the guy's like, the guy that's also in the military.
Question his superiors.
Guy that's also actually in the military. Stop fooling yourself. You say you're here to stop the Navy, but what are you really after? What are you after? What is your purpose? Oh no, the super weapon's acting really irregular.
Where did you...
The super weapon the super weapon happens to be
game out of this, empty whatever drink, whatever bottle you can. Empty the bottle. The game ends with a Schrodinger's cat scenario, and they make a Schrodinger's cat joke.
Schrodinger's cat.
You don't know what Schrodinger's cat is?
Remind me.
Schrodinger is a thought experiment done in a quantum universe where when particles can emit two waves when not observed. They emit one wave. This means that a thing can be at once. Therefore, if you were to put a cat into a box, let's say let's call it Schrodinger's box, the cat, upon opening the box, the cat would be either alive or dead. It doesn't matter. However, in the box, when not being observed by anyone else, when no one is able to look at the cat is somehow both alive and dead. This is a way to explain how quantum mechanics work in that. Unless it is observed, unless you open the box, the cat is both alive and dead, and it only actually chooses a form once it is observed by the observer, whoever opens the box. I will adore if this game makes a Schrodinger's cat.
It's gonna be weird to write that in.
That's why Bioshock 2 had a joke where there was a frozen cat that you could thaw out, and the cat's name is Schrodinger.
Oh no, the super weapon's destroying the city. Who could have possibly predicted such tragedy? Also, the super weapon just took down the government's battleship. So now the government has no way of stopping the weapon.
Oh no. What a tragedy. If, I don't know, the government put all their resources into a super weapon that doesn't work, who's gonna save us now?
You mustn't interfere with the dream. You two are a figment of the dream and you must fulfill your role as well.
See, the thing, that still has Sid in it, right?
Yeah, she just told Sid that.
So a lot of
Also,
Keep
hey
getting
X,
confused.
tell me this doesn't sound like a westernized Metal Gear title for a chapter. No rest for the virtuous. Is he even in the room?
I don't know, because MGS4 had rib I don't know why MGS, and also the random singing. At least Sins of the Father was good random singing.
What's your super
Yeah,
weapon doing to the city? And why is it just you out here fighting it? Where's the army? The battleship was destroyed.
Destroy the account. It's our
What?
ultimate plan.
It's like, why are you,
Destruction of the economy.
Wasp, why are you the only one fighting it? Where's the rest of the army? The battleship was destroyed and the chain of command is broken. It's up to me to stop the super weapon. Well, it looks like you're doing a bang-up job of handling it.
It's not my fault.
This is a military operation. You'd just be getting in the way of... Oh, it looks like you're wounded. It's just a scratch. I'll reroute my power to repair the systems and I'll be fine.
Scratch.
I'm the only one left to preserve the military's honor. Think of the city before your stupid honor.
Say.
I'm the only one left to preserve the military's honor. And then Cat's like, think of the city before your stupid honor. This isn't the time to be drawing lines in the sand deciding who can help and who can't.
Like, can we just take a moment to appreciate the actions that the military have done up to this point? One, pretty much declared martial law. Two, they just unleashed a giant super weapon saying to save everyone, which is now destroying the whole city and it's murdering people. Three, they captured the equivalent of a superhero just because. And four, they ended up, because they thought she was a threat and they wanted like no one to get in the way. And four, they killed
No
themselves.
one's getting away.
They just
What were
got
they-
their own battleships destroyed by the super weapon. And now this girl's like, no, I have to redeem all of
What
that.
is it? The Omega Upsilon battle tank from Metal Wolf Chaos?
Something like that.
Yo, this is like, this is like floating, this is like floating Death Star ball.
Here, Dunkacha. Here you were. Well, hey, you. Hey.
We hit the super weapon. Is it dead? Nope. And God is now saying, those idiots, they tried to build the weapon using the monsters as power sources. Arrogant
Wait,
fools.
God?
The guy says he's the creator, but like, the God... Here's the thing that I find kind of stupid about Gade,
Oh
which
my
is
God,
God.
that kid's head is too big. That's terrifying. I want to get out of here.
Gade's like plotline is I created this world, but it doesn't mean I manage it.
some of the. Oh my god! I didn't notice that the kids in this game, their heads are too big.
What, in Division?
I think this kid's head is too big. This kid's head is too big. Their heads are too big. What the heck are you doing? Terrified. That's too big. I can't. What can one do against such meanness? God, dude. It's funny.
Oh no, I died.
Oh no.
It's okay. I can get back up and fight.
I can still fight.
Oh, that's unfair.
What's unfair?
So, while I'm fighting the super weapon, it's destroying the city, and I have to make sure it doesn't destroy the city. If the damages to the city goes to 100, it goes to also game over. When I fought this thing the first time, it was 20.
Weapon has turned against them.
It was. I had the city's damages at 24%. I died, and the checkpoint makes it to where it did 70% damage to the city.
Sounds like you don't know how to properly manage your time.
I need to destroy it. The super weapon has now gotten at the top of the clock tower, and plans to be a like stationary Death Star beam that destroys entire platforms of cities.
It climbs? Super weapon that it climbs.
Well, it didn't really climb, it more like it flew. It's a giant floating globe.
Like a zeppelin?
No, it's literally just a sphere.
Like a traveler from Destiny?
I don't know what that is.
Some, pretty much.
Okay. It's a sphere
It's a
that...
giant sphere thing.
It's a militarized darkness.
Cat, terror hole
traveler.
in space-time. This will be my final act of interference in this dream.
In this... What?
Yeah, I kind of explained that earlier, but I guess you weren't paying attention. The entire like world as it is apparently dreams of somebody that's also in the same world.
So the game's not real.
Hmm.
Someone that's in the same world?
No idea.
So your powers aren't real?
I don't know. There's not enough for me to go off of, and it's all left to what the sequel does.
I am not a fan of It was all a dream. I will actively do anything to avoid it was all a dream, come to think of it. There's
Oh no,
very
our suit.
little I hate more.
I tried using the override engage function in our systems, but it's not working. We have no choice but to put on the self-destruct sequence. We're gonna turn on the self-destruct sequence on our super weapon, but give everybody enough time to evacuate. But what they don't know is the self-destruct is enough to tear off the city, and the train can only hold so much people.
As you can tell, the military thought this out perfectly.
Yeah, they're not really smart on how this sorts out.
The military. Bulk is the gun. Okay, so it's like a really anime critique of, like, man, they know, no one else knows, but we know. The jailbreak ends here. I'm going back to jail.
Repairs complete. Sea Wasp returning to active duty. Not returning to duty, returning to active duty.
That the duty never stopped.
The Call of Duty.
Now Raven and Sea Wasp are gonna help me take down this super machine. Leave it to me, I'll stop it dead in its tracks.
New agent, join my team. You guys come to me.
See, the thing that's about the dream thing is that there's evidence that these people that are in the dream are actual people that exist. They're not just fabricated things, but there's no way of saying they do or they don't. You're just given a strong hunch that they do.
Drawn to Life had something that I absolutely hated with the sequel was all fine and dandy. They just left one thing unexplained, and then the sequel explains that one thing, but it explains it by saying that the whole thing was a dream. But they never hinted that in the first game. And
It seems like it was added retroactively.
Don't. There was a hostage situation, and I was like trying to, hint like, hey guys, maybe we should. Should we all attack at once? And this guy just shoots the first thing off the bat.
Hey guys, I shot everyone with my gun. I hope that's okay.
At least you saved the hostage, for God's sake.
Self-destruct sequence in 3 minutes. See,
Welcome to the party. Oh, that's a lot of... They got balloons coming up from dead cops. Like, the balloons are taped to the dead... are, like, tied to the dead cop. Holy shit. There's just a disco rave in here. These prisoners that didn't have the... Make us laugh or join your friends.
while they have the super weapon pinned. Main protagonist, I mean Cat. You need to finish it off. You only get one chance. Super Panther fucking
It's time to unleash the ultimate Psycho Crusher.
I turn into a panther. Yeah, send the super weapon that's about to self-destruct over to the chain of command. And literally blow up the chain of command. So now the government is dead. The evil bad government is dead. At least the you know, leaders of the government are dead.
No, don't shotgun me.
Oh god. This music, Westy, if you ever like looked at the lyrics for this credit song,
Aren't they like backwards or just nothing?
well, they're not backwards. They're their own lyrics, or like it's its own language, like it's actual new fictionalized language. But the entire lyrics for it, despite being very uppity in tone, is actually about how everyone's gonna die sooner or later. The good guy, the bad guy.
I read about that somewhere. And I was just like, oh, okay.
Even your
I
friends.
forgot about it.
Everybody's gonna die.
A lot of dead cops here.
I like how everyone's just like, hey, trash. All the fact that we almost just got
Oh my
killed by
God,
super
teammate,
weapons.
Don't start the story without me. Jesus, man. Quit rushing
No,
ahead and
but-
doing everything without me.
Oi. So I like how the the two homeless guys, the dad and the kid, are not pissed off anymore at us. You know, I guess after an
No,
entire
that's-
year of we've been gone.
We've now got an ice cream business, so
Right?
And how everyone's just like, let's ignore the fact that a super weapon wants to kill us, so who wants ice cream?
Did anybody forget how it destroyed an entire platform of the city?
Nah, screw ice cream. And freaking Echo at her. And you're like, yo, Raven, stop being such a tsundere, eat my ice cream.
This is the calm before the storm after all. Pardon?
I don't know what you're talking
Quote,
about.
a harbinger of destruction shall descend from on high. That picture, man.
What you
Well, other than Cyanna offering ice cream to Raven, there's a shot of Cat getting like stupid close to Sid, and I'm like, this slut angle, man.
Oh, yes. We did it. We the super weapon. Want to celebrate? What do you plan for celebrating?
And that I guess ends Gravity Rush.
These guys took the elevator without me, and I'm the goddamn host. I should just kick